Welcome back. So the SABC and Sun City excited about the inaugural Ziyakhala Sun City Festival. It's an eclectic celebration of traditional music, culture and fashion, and it's taking place on Saturday the 28th of June 2025. The groundbreaking collaboration sees Sun City partner with the SABC's 9 African language stations for a truly unique partnership that will reach lovers of traditional SA music. So Lydia Mtshali, manager for SABC Radio Marketing, as well as Brett Hoppe, Sun City Resort General Manager, joins us this morning to chat a little bit more about what we can expect. Lydia and Brett, a very good morning. Welcome.
Morning,
thank you.
Hazel. How are you?
Good morning to all the morning people.
Wow.
I believe Lydia is not one of those, but we're very privileged to have you join us at this early hour.
Thank you so much, Brett.
Thank you, Brett. And Lydia, you made it here. Tell us about this festival. For people who don't really know what it's all about, tell us a little bit more about the vision behind it.
Okay, so the Ziyakhala Festival at Sun City is basically an amazing partnership that is between SABC Radio, ALS radio stations, as well as Sun City. And it's basically all our ALS radio stations coming together to showcase, the power of ALS radio.
Yeah.
We've kind of selected a whole lot of amazing artists that are each aligned to each station, culturally and, through the language that they speak, just to bring that amazing experience for our listeners on the day.
Okay, so before we get into the lineup, Brett, I want to bring our morning person out here. You're looking rather suave this morning, Brett. Tell us about this important partnership that you're undergoing with SABC and the magic that Sun City obviously offers beyond the beautiful weather, it looks like, actually.
Well, it looks fabulous out there today. So I was a bit wrapped up, or I feel a bit wrapped up now, but what an exciting opportunity to partner with SABC on this initiative. And, when we visualize this festival, I think that South Africa has one of the most diverse cultures in the world. We're talking broadcasting in 10 or 11 languages across immense number of cultures. It's going to be so unbelievable to be able to celebrate that at Sun City and come together with all these different cultures. We've briefed all our staff, so everyone is going to be attired in their traditional gear, myself included, because I'm originally a Zulu boy, but I then I migrated to the Eastern Cape, so I guess it also sits in there as well. So it's just going to be a hugely exciting weekend. And I think, if you look at the power of South Africa as a country, when we come together with these things, it's just immense. A recent cricket team win was an example of that. And there's so much negativity. I think this festival really, really can bring something incredibly positive, and we celebrate who we are as South Africans.
Oh, absolutely. Brett, thank you. Thank you for those opening words. Lydia, I don't think you could have said it any better.
Absolutely
because
not.
We do need to celebrate SABC itself being best brand in Africa as well. I mean, that partnership really just speaking to what the people want as well.
Yes.
And so speaking about what the people want, lineup, you've spoken about catering to each radio station and perhaps their traditions, but who's going to be on the lineup?
Okay, so the lineup is really, really amazing. It's beautifully vast. Like I said, it caters to each of our African language stations. We've got our legends, Ladies with Black Mambazo, who are going to be there. We've got Ntate Stana, who's going to be there. He's representing Lesedi FM. We've got Makadzi. She's going to be there as well in her full glory, representing our Limpopo combo. Goodness, we've got Casper Nyovest. He's going to be, representing Motsweding FM. There's just a whole huge, beautiful lineup that we've got waiting for our guests on the day. But if we can get our listeners to tune in on our social media if they want more information as to who's going to be there as well. I don't want to give the whole lineup because, it's all there. But it's absolutely fantastic. It's really, really exciting. And we're just looking really, really forward to next week, Saturday.
All right, so Brett, let's bring you back into the conversation. We've heard the lineup. We've heard you speaking about donning your Nguni attire. I think it's safe to say that. But even if we're just looking at the preparations that go into this, from a logistics point of view, etc. I mean, talk to us how Sun City, beyond being a world-class venue, obviously, undergoes such a feat.
Well, I think, first of all, just talking about the SABC partnership a little bit more, there's only one brand across the spectrum of all the stations that we can really do this with. So that part is immense. And of course, the experience across each of the stations lends to this particular festival. But, Sun City does day in, day out. Last weekend we had Sonia and Gam, we had Busi Radebe doing a live recording, 4,500 people in the Super Bowl. So we're extremely well prepared. The amazing thing with Ziyakhala Sun City has been to see the audience response. We literally sold out in a matter of,
Sure.
It even took my breath away in terms of the response we've received from the listeners. And it's a testament to the power of SABC and across all the stations. It really, really is super exciting. So logistically, it's something Sun City does day in and day out. We do these big conferences, these big events. I don't think we ever rest on our laurels. There's always ways to improve, and each one we learn, something different. And this is certainly a festival, that we're going to prepare for. And we visualize this becoming an annual event. We really want to make this a massive festival and see it grow into an entire celebration of South African culture.
Oh, absolutely, Brett. I think, Lydia, just to wrap up on the back of what Brett has echoed, the importance of knowing where we're going as a nation. It comes from knowing where we obviously stem from. And so understanding our history, our culture, our heritage, just the offering that we have to this global sphere. Tell us a little bit more about what that also does for the youth and for our future at large as a country.
With it being Youth Month, I think it is very important that, the youth of this country know where we come from, so we know exactly where we're going. And I do believe that our African language stations do give that foundation. There's that cultural heritage, there's that richness, there's that indigenous languages that we are still wanting to instill in the youth, to continue the legacy of, our forefathers. So I think it's really important, and this event I think is just going to bring all of that out. It's something that we've started from scratch with Sun City, and we really are excited about it, and we're just really hoping that the youth in the country at large is just going to walk with us on this journey as we move it forward.
Where do we get tickets? How do we also get more information? You've teased a little bit about the lineup. You don't want to give away too much. So if we want to see what else is coming out, how do we go about it?
Our tickets were sold out last week Sunday. Everything, the entire, Sun City Super Bowl is completely sold out. So the tickets are done. They're finished. So there unfortunately are no more tickets. But for those listeners who want to tune in, they can tune in onto our social media pages, on our ALS radio stations. They're going to be, doing snippets here and there, as well as some live streaming as well. So we will be giving out more information as well as we gear closer to the event, as to where our listeners can catch, all the excitement.
Well, if you've got a ticket, congrats. If you don't, unlucky boss, Brett, we're going to let you go. I can see there are people running in the background. Looks like you're on a golf course, so please enjoy the rest of your Saturday. We'll see you at the festival.
And thank you for having us. We look forward to seeing you next week. It's really, really exciting. And thank you to SABC. We're so grateful for visualizing this with us and believing in the journey.
All right, thank you, Brett, and thank you, Lydia, as well. All roads leading to SABC's Ziyakhala Sun City Festival. As you heard, it's happening next week, and ticket unfortunately all sold out, but it is set to be an unforgettable experience of music and culture. And so as we leave that conversation there, we're going to take a quick ad break, continue with more arts news upon our return. Stay tuned.